Hello and welcome to Arkansas Style. I am your host, Nicole Neiman. If you're a grab-and-go kind of cook, the bucket list this month has you covered. Heather and I take you to Burge's. They're the Little Rock staple for whole turkeys, hams, and all the trimmings. And Legacy Wine and Spirits is back with us for another Hump Day happy hour. And this week we are talking all things beer. And even though it's supposed to be the season to be jolly, maybe you're not. Charlie Simpson is back today to discuss and provide advice on how seasonal affective disorder can make the holidays not so festive for some. But before all of that, we're going to start today with a little good news. A homeward bound-like story of a cat who went MIA and returned home 5 years later like nothing happened. Let's check it out.
5 years and 1,000 miles couldn't stop the love between Bobby the cat and his mom, Tanisha Lopes.
He was just in my arms and rubbing my face and shaking his tail, and he was just thrilled. He really, you could tell, was happy to be reunited.
Bobby went missing more than 5 years ago in Pennsylvania when Lopes stopped there while she was moving across the country. Lopes now lives in Bella Vista.
I was heartbroken.
But that all changed in November 2022 when Bobby was dropped off at an animal shelter in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Lopes was alerted he had been found thanks to his microchip.
I was just so relieved and beside myself and overjoyed that he was found and that he was safe.
Bobby was transported to Arkansas and reunited with his mom in December.
It's been like he never was gone. Like he climbs in my lap, he wants to be in my face, he wants all kinds of love and pets.
Proving love knows no distance.
He exactly knows who I am. Like he absolutely remembered me.
That honestly feels like such a cat thing to do, but I am glad he's back home where he belongs. Don Prasivka, President and CEO of the Girl Scouts, will join us when we return to talk about not just their amazing cookies, but how the organization is evolving to meet girls where they are today. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. I know that you know I love to introduce you to the neatest movers and shakers here in the state, and today is no exception. A special shout out to Nancy Timko, though, at home in Chicago, who helped me with my girls as they challenged their lives in the Girl Scout world. Now, when you think Girl Scouts, you probably automatically think cookies, but they are so much more than that. Girl Scouts continues to evolve and grow in order to meet girls where they are today and give them tools to fuel their ambition. Here to tell us more is President and CEO Don Prasivka. Don, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate what you do, and I appreciate you coming in and talking to us.
Oh, thank you. It was so fun seeing the pictures of the girls. Every time I see those, I just smile because I know those girls and know the experiences they're having.
Yeah, and you know, for people who maybe have younger kids who haven't gotten involved in Girl Scouts, it really is so much more than cookies.
Oh yes, we say we have 3 C's, and it's not cookies, camping, and crafts. It's courage, confidence, and character.
Ooh,
because those
I
are the
love
outcomes that happen when a girl has an experience in Girl Scouts.
Wow.
You know, Girl Scouts has existed for over 100 years. However, the big challenge has been how are we relevant to a girl today? Because a girl today is very different than the girl I was when, you know, years ago. So it's important for us to look at that and make sure that we are keeping up with what they need as far as education-wise and socially in all aspects of their life.
Any specific things that you're doing?
Yeah, well, our program is built on discover, connect, and take action. So a girl is able, no matter what age, to discover the world around her. She connects with what she's very passionate about, and then she takes action to make a sustainable change. So that is the methodology behind it, and it's done very subtly with the girls, looking at the things they love. If they love animals, then go look at, go learn about animals at the zoo or wherever, and then find a take action project to help those animals. It's whatever they want to do. STEM is a very important area of education right now, but we added the A for STEAM.
Oh, okay.
So
the arts.
because the arts is very important as well for a young girl. But you know, we have all kinds of ways in which we incorporate a learning experience through fun.
It's a little entrepreneurial. It's a little bit about getting these girls in thinking about managing their own lives as a business and what they can do to give back in the future. And you know, again, when you think of Girl Scouts, you don't necessarily think about it in those terms, but it is a building block of getting these girls, you know, launching them into their careers.
I'm so glad you recognize that, because that is what I spend a lot of my time educating parents about. It is going to help your daughter or the girl in your life to become who she sees herself being, and it gives her many opportunities to do that. It is not just about going and having fun, it is about really learning those things. So if you ever read a cookie box, most people are very willing to eat the cookies in the box, but they never read the box, and the box tells you the skills they're learning. This is a financial literacy program. It's not just, hey, girls, go sell cookies. And there are skills that they're learning to goal set, they're learning to decision make. It is an entrepreneurial way for them to learn how to sale or have customer service. So everything is incorporated into that.
And Dawn, so to that point, because my girls, I have two girls who were both involved in Girl Scouts. To that point, they set a goal to set aside the funds that they made as a troop, and they took trips to Europe.
Oh yes.
I mean, these are girls that have incentives to what you're saying is to do this business, set the goals, and then reap the rewards of their hard work. But I will say that the reason why my girls had such a great experience was their troop leader. Talk to me a little bit about that.
You are hitting the sweet spot. I call that our critical transaction. Everyone thinks, oh, it's the girl. We have girls wanting a Girl Scout experience so desperately. The only way that happens is with a very dedicated, great volunteer that makes that happen. That is our challenge. We have more of a challenge getting a volunteer to step up and into that space of leading these girls than to get the girls anxious and excited to be a Girl Scout. So that is really important. We do a lot of training with our volunteers to make sure they are equipped with all the skills they need to do this. However, they really already know what they want their girls to do. They want them to explore the world around them. They want them to do the things that Girl Scouts says. And one of them is to learn how to set a goal, learn how to manage your money, learn how to find ways to have activities together that are wholesome and fun to do, that they can look back in the future, look back in the future and say, hey, I really learned something there.
And the troop leaders don't necessarily have to have a girl in the troop, right?
No, absolutely not. As a matter of fact, one of the women that you saw in the picture there, she has been a troop leader since she got out of college. She was a Girl Scout, and she felt like she needed to give back to the world and to girls, and she has been a troop leader, and she takes the girls to camp and does all kinds of things with them. It is about helping to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who are going to make the world a better place. And it matters not. I'm a mom of all boys, and I wish someone would have said, do you want to be a Girl Scout leader? Because it would have allowed me to have that experience with girls as well.
Yeah, and if you'll indulge me at home, I mean, I'm sitting with the CEO, a beautiful woman. I'm a woman in a career. I have two daughters that went through Girl Scouts. A super big shout out to Nancy Timko and Amy Luckett, who were my troop leaders for my girls, and anybody who really wants to inspire girls. This really is such a vibrant platform to set them on their way to camaraderie with girls, to entrepreneurship, to better education.
Oh, yes.
Just healthy choices all the way around.
Yes, I appreciate you saying hats off to these volunteers, but I will tell you the volunteers will come back to me and they'll say, the girls had a great experience, but it changed my life too. Being able to be with these young girls. also what Girl Scouts does is, you said the travel, and the girls can raise money travel. We offer all kinds of destinations through
True.
Girl Scout Experience.
Yes.
Girls also are earning their Gold Award, which is the highest award they can earn, which opens doors for college scholarships. It's endless what Girl Scouts can do in opening doors for a young girl today.
Well, Dawn, thank you so much. I mean, there's just so much to talk about here, and I
yes.
appreciate your passion and your
Certainly.
commitment to our daughters and our leaders of the world.
Thank you.
Girl Scouts of today is much different than maybe you would have remembered it. I encourage you to reach out. Now, when we return, Oliver Michael Fitzpatrick with Indeed Regime Bespoke will take dressing to a new level of style that you don't want to miss. Stay with us. You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Making an entrance can begin with the most dramatic coat topper, and no one does it better than Indeed Regime Bespoke Tailors. Oliver Michael Fitzpatrick, owner and designer, is here to wrap us in luxury. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
And look at you. I mean, you look fantastic too.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, this is just, this is totally my jam. Love to talk fashion.
So do I.
I love to wear it even more.
Absolutely.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your background and your brand.
Okay, so I got started in 2013. Went to Jamulay Cameron School of Art, Fashion Design, Couture. So I went there, completed that. Then after that, just went ahead and I started off with bow ties. So making bow ties, and then went from that to suits and shoes and shirts and everything else like that. End up getting with through trial and error, getting with a manufacturing company that I work with. So I'm able to do my designs and send it off and get it done. So that's a little bit of the background there.
And your sweet spot is really coats, right?
Well, the sweet spot is actually bespoke suits.
Bespoke suits?
Bespoke suits, that's what I specialize in. So I do a lot of proms, I do a lot of homecomings, weddings, things of that nature. The coats are just like basically like a topping.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like it's something just that I do a lot of clients that I have, when it gets cold and things like that, they want to have something that they can have this custom, something that's going to keep them warm, and something that they can appreciate.
Well, and like I said earlier, it make an entrance.
Absolutely.
So if you are skilled in doing suits, then doing a coat is just kind of a spin-off of that already. And we've talked to Jamily Cameron, and we appreciate what she teaches you. It is really high-end couture tailoring.
Yeah, she's the best. I mean, she is. It was a blessing to be able to get with her and get connected with her and go through those classes and things like that. I hadn't even sewn or even owned a sewing machine before even meeting her and going to her classes.
Wow, and look at you now.
And look at now, yeah.
Holy cow. So do you do suits for women and men, or just?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you do both. Okay, great.
Women, men, cats, dogs.
What?
It doesn't matter. If I can make a pattern for it, then it can be done.
All right, you know, we had Black Santa on here too. He's always looking for a nice new Santa suit. You do that too?
I could definitely do that.
I love it so much. Okay, so you've brought some models here with us today.
I did bring a few models.
All right, how about we talk it through a little bit and do a little fashion show? You down for that?
I'm down for that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Who do you want to begin with?
We'll begin with Jessica.
Jessica, okay, come on up, honey. Let's see what you've got going on here.
All right.
So these are my favorite colors, neutral, 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 goes with absolutely everything. Tell me about the plaid, the design, the tailoring.
So basically she went with a window pane here, and it's a mixture of like a camel and gray. This 100% cashmere coat. She also picked the buttons on there as well. So the buttons are like a brown tint on the buttons. If you open that up again, she also picked the inside lining on there. She also has a special message that she wanted to put in there.
Okay.
So she has a message in there that she has for herself. So it's truly custom throughout the whole card, the whole garment.
That is something people at home really, I want you to appreciate what that feels like to have a coat with your monogram or with a message on the inside.
Absolutely.
Every time you put it on, you get a little reminder, and then when you do it at the coat check, I mean,
Yeah.
it's so
Oh yeah,
fancy.
you can't ever lose your coat. They know whose it is.
Very, very cool.
Absolutely.
All right.
Next we'll have Ty,
All right, Ty.
and he is wearing a exaggerated houndstooth. Is basically what that print is.
Why do you call it exaggerated? Because it's just a little bigger?
Because it's a little bigger.
Okay,
you know,
got it.
Normally the houndstooth is going to be smaller, square, so that's a little exaggerated there.
Okay.
That's a jacquard fabric. There's also velvet on the collar.
Oh, yes, I see that.
And then the inside is a custom lining. It has feathers in the inside.
Wait, what?
There's also feathers in the inside of that.
Wait, I can't
in
see that.
lining.
Hold on, I gotta get up and check this out. You got, oh, look at you. Look at the lining
Oh,
of
yeah.
that. Oh, it's like a dream.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow, and there it is. There is that label.
There
That
it
is
is.
so custom and cool. All right,
Absolutely.
I had to check that out. Sorry, honey.
Oh yeah. And then we have the buttons on there as well. We just went with a natural black button on there as well, and then he has the two front pockets there in the front.
Oh, that is just such a smart look. Again, talk about making an entrance.
Absolutely. That's definitely going to be a conversation starter.
That is definitely going to be a conversation starter.
Absolutely.
Okay, sir. Let's see.
right,
we have
next-
2 more to go.
Yes. Next
Yes.
we got Carlos.
Carlos, look at you. TV blue. You're like an anchor right here. Okay.
All right. So we went with a like electric blue here.
Yes.
On this particular coat. Now all the fun is in the inside of this coat.
Okay.
Once he opens it up, we got custom lining again in the inside for him. Something abstract, almost looks like a painting in the inside. But we went with that. Then as far as the buttons are concerned, it's like a navy tint
Okay.
on those buttons.
Okay.
And that one also has a detachable collar. Fur collar that comes with that as
Oh,
well.
okay,
He just
cool.
didn't wear it today, but there's a blue collar, fur collar that goes on there that he can detach and
Again,
decide
at
if he wanna
home,
wear
if
it.
you're taking a look at this, this is not something that's mass produced. This is a custom piece of fashion that this
Absolutely.
gentleman is wearing.
Yeah, these are one of
And
ones.
One of ones. How
Yes.
fancy. All right, we got a finale
All
model.
right, the last one we have Terrence here.
Oh, Terrence. Oh.
And Terrence also has the black custom. He has some pretty intricate details on his. If you turn around for me,
I
Terrence.
see that.
You see there's like a
Okay,
slight
here. Let's
that-
take a
that's
minute
open
here
there.
on this. Talk me through this.
So basically, that is like a slit that helps as far as the movement of the jacket is concerned. So it just gives him some extra movement
down.
ability with that with the jacket, makes it more comfortable. And then we also added a belt on the back side for
Right.
him, just to kind of have something different.
Yeah.
That's not on other jackets.
For
And then of
sure.
course I went with black buttons on this as well, and
Okay.
the detachable fur collar.
Oh.
That fur collar is everything.
Oh, just the tailoring of this
Yeah.
too, though. I mean, it is absolutely spectacular.
Absolutely.
Well, I want you to come back again and again and again.
Most
Remind
definitely.
people where they can come find you.
You can find me at indeedregime.com. You can also set appointments off my Instagram page. You can go there and hit appointment. Indeed Regime is any social media handle. My office is located at the Pyramid building. That's off of 2nd and I believe it's 2nd and Sky.
All right, and then remind our viewers what kind of deal you're giving them for the holidays.
Yes, right now we have all the coasters like you've seen right now. They're on sale right now for $475. The original price on that is about $1,200 to $1,300 per coat. So that's a phenomenal deal that we have going right now.
Phenomenal.
And I'll have that going all the way to the end of the year.
Okay, you heard it here.
Yes.
This is it. I mean, one of one, so special. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you so
in, and I
much.
really do sincerely mean. I'd love
you.
to have you all come back
Most
in.
definitely.
Models, mwah! I mean, hats off, coats off to you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, don't go anywhere. When we return, Legacy Wine and Spirits will join us for another Hump Day Happy Hour. Stick around. You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
This segment is sponsored by Legacy Wine and Spirits. Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Legacy Wine and Spirits joins us again today, and we're talking all about beer. Well, thanks again for being here, gentlemen.
Happy
beer.
Wow. Yeah, love it.
Okay, I have to say, this is the one category I was an expert in college. But I think things have changed quite a bit over the years.
I was going to say that. Yeah, the beer game has changed a lot in the last few years. There's a million different styles out there now. We like to say something for everybody.
That's right.
Tell me about it.
I mean, we have a good selection here. You know, we barely have time to talk about these, where we have hundreds at the store.
Right. Okay.
But if you come into the store, we will find something that you will like.
Okay, cool.
Guarantee.
So we'll start touring, you know, over here on the side, the IPA. What is an IPA?
You want to talk about that? That's one of your favorites.
Well, this is it's a seasonal Sierra Nevada celebration. It's a fresh hop IPA. IPA is Indian Pale Ale. Comes from India originally, and they would make them super hoppy back in the day, which would allow them to travel to different countries and still stay drinkable.
What does hoppy mean?
Hops give beer their bitterness. That's the simple answer.
Okay.
But it's the little green plant there that it adds lots of flavor. Depending on when you add it in the brewing process, can do all sorts of different things. But short answer is it gives beer a little bitter kick to it.
All right, that's good. Well, it's refreshing that way too.
Right.
David, what makes that one of your favorite beers?
I just enjoy this one. It's partly sentimental, you know. It's the holidays rolling out, celebration comes out. As with many things, we have so many seasonals, and you know they all earmark a different season.
Okay. Oh, fun. All
Yeah,
right,
it is
good.
fun.
All right, it's like the eggnog of beers.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
We got some beers that taste like eggnog.
Right.
Oh
You
my God.
The beer world is crazy, and actually, a lot of people don't know. Jake is a cicerone, which is the beer world equivalent to a sommelier for
Oh my
wine.
gosh. Okay, now I want to be one of those.
So it's like all like you know he's all educated and tested and certified and everything.
There's only a handful of us in Arkansas.
Wow. Oh, that's so much
Very
fun.
well-educated staff, I like
All right,
to
so
say.
this is the guy you want to look for if you're going to go in and shop beer.
That's right.
All right, you got a box here. What's going on with this deal?
We got tons of gift ideas for the holidays in the beer world. You know, we have plenty of wine stuff, gifty stuff, but beer, you know, you can get a cool little thing here with some barrel-aged beers and a nice glass. Something you can wrap up and put under the tree for your beer lover.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So if I'm a wine drinker and I like white wine and somebody brings me like a red wine, for example, maybe not my favorite and maybe I won't drink it. When you're bringing beer to a beer lover, are they as picky about what they like or do they enjoy any kind of a beer?
Depends on the person. I wouldn't say so because we both love beer. There are styles that he doesn't really like and there are styles that aren't my favorite. But that's just, you know, different strokes for different folks.
Okay, so if I rolled up with this little box of beer, you could deal with it. You'd like it.
I would love it.
You would love it.
Yeah.
Okay, spoken from a Sisyphon.
But typically,
is that right?
Cicerone.
Cicerone.
typically the beer enthusiast is a little bit more willing to try different things.
Okay,
Yeah.
David, you took the words right out of my mouth. It took me a long way to get there, but that's exactly what I was wondering.
And we have plenty of variety packs too that'll have different styles in a little 12-pack, so you can kind of try new things. You know.
Fun. Okay, Lagunitas.
That is a whiskey barrel-aged imperial stout, really high alcohol, thick chocolatey coffee flavors, and then you have the whiskey barrel flavors on top of it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think I would like that.
Very tasty.
It's
dangerous. It's high alcohol. It'll get you.
Again,
really?
it's
It's so
a
tasty.
one time a year release.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
it's another hallmark of the holidays.
Okay, so speaking of things that I might like, this is fascinating. Are you telling me this is a beer?
It is.
It's got to be because we're talking beers. But it comes in a wine bottle with a cork.
Yep.
What's going on, Jake?
That's an old Belgian style called a lambic, and they're typically made with different fruits. And so we opened the framboise, the raspberry. We also brought a peach there. So again, this is something that you could give to somebody who's not well versed in beer, but you know they like fruity. This is a little bit sweeter. Yeah, it's tasty.
Give that to your wine enthusiast.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You got one standing right next to you. And I just happened to see 3 glasses. I'm wondering if we're going to taste test it. What do you think, Jake?
Let's see.
I think you should.
We don't want to let an open bottle go to waste, right?
Right.
Oh, look at this. Not what I expected of beer at all.
Beautiful
It looks like
color.
a rosé champagne
Yep.
type of a thing. Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's endless, the varieties of beers.
Okay. See, and I have to come and discuss it with a
Cicerone.
Cicerone. I'm going to get that right one day. All right, gentlemen, bottoms up.
Cheers.
As always, I have to tell you that our Hump Day is one of our favorite segments of our viewers. I get a
Nice.
lot of feedback. So if you're at home and you
Very
want to
cool.
learn more, these are your guys. All right, let's give it a try.
Well, tell them what you think of this.
Oh, wait, I smell raspberries. Ooh.
Delicious.
Okay, that is unexpected.
Right.
Very
you wouldn't think
unexpected.
beer, right?
No, I would not think beer at all, but it would be a delicious dessert wine.
Yeah,
AKA
you know, it's
beer.
got that
Tastes like-
tartness. You know, eat it with, drink it with food. It will cut through the fattiness, the acid, and the beer cuts through
Yeah.
the palate.
Yeah, they're
And if
great
you-
with dessert stuff.
If
yeah.
you love raspberry, this is your jam. All right, gentlemen, we'll see you again next week. Please?
Sounds
Yes,
great.
Please,
definitely.
Okay, I'm counting on it. All right, thanks so much to this segment sponsored Legacy Wine and Spirits. After the break, it's time for the bucket list. Heather and I want to bring you the best of grab-and-go food for the holidays. We're headed to Burge's for some of their famous smoked turkey and ham and trimming. Stick around. You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
This segment is sponsored by AY Magazine. Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Burgess is a Little Rock staple, serving up the finest meats and barbecue since 1962. And Heather and I got our fill of holiday dishes, from dressing and homemade cranberry sauce to Heather's favorite turkey crack. Let's go check it out. Heather, if there was any indication of where we were at, when I pulled up, I could smell the smoky flavors coming out of Burgess in the Heights. Tell me about this iconic place.
I mean, this is a holiday treat for all. They say this has been here forever. You can get your hams and your turkeys for the holidays. Now, they're getting ready to shut the deadline down. So Saturday is your deadline. We'll talk more about this. But I have to introduce you to what we call the smoked turkey salad. But in my day, it's called the turkey crack. Are you ready for that?
It's that good, huh?
It's that good. You ready to eat it?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hey, check out my new boyfriend.
Oh, that's one hunk of a guy over there. I mean, you got like a lot of it. Look at those thighs on him, right? Right? For sure. I mean, this spread is what you need for the holiday season. Christmas is coming up. You can order all of this up until Saturday. So you've got to order the sides, the turkey, the hams. All of this is available. So I'm going to start getting your plate. I'm going to make you a plate. While you,
This is a
tell me-
delicious little tasty treat, can I tell you? I've never
Yeah.
had anything like this. Cherry limeade?
So have you never had a cherry limeade, or you've never had one like that?
Both.
Wow.
Either.
Wow. Okay, so this is.
Oh my gosh, there's like bits of bacon in there.
So you've got turnip greens with bacon. You've got green beans with bacon. You've got their dressing.
Stuffing.
Right, stuffing.
And white gravy.
Dressing.
And rolls.
Dressing. They're not biscuits, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna serve up our plates here. Everything here is so fresh.
Yes.
It looks so yummy, and the turkey and the ham. I mean, and it's smoked. I mean, you could smell that when you came in. Can't you? You
Yes,
smell
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
You
I mean, it
smell
looks so tender.
Here, let's get you some cranberry. I love cranberry. So how do you do your cranberry? Like, cause this is like
The whole
fresh.
cranberry is just like that.
You do. You don't. So you don't.
I'm
use
anxious
it,
to taste it though.
So you don't have the canned cranberry.
With the rings on it, negative.
I like fruitcake, so I definitely like canned
like
cranberry.
fruitcake?
I told you that last week at Edwards.
I don't remember, but
Right.
I have a cousin that makes it. Maybe
Oh.
that's what I'll get you for Christmas.
I love fruitcake. Okay, so tell me what you want gravy on. Look how fresh this is. I'm so excited about gravy. Oh my-
Everything.
This is okay. So we get it on that.
Wow. Are there
Oh,
eggs in there?
Yes.
What? Really?
Yes. This is.
Is that a thing?
I mean, we're gonna tell you need a nap when we get finished with this. This is like the full meal.
Okay. Oh, I love when you serve me. Thanks, honey.
Oh, anytime.
You're the best date ever.
Anytime. Okay, I've got to get some. I forgot my dressing. This is my favorite. So we eat my grandmother's recipe, but we get our turkey and ham from here and our sides. But now, you know, when I have to start making the dressing, this is where I can come get it from, because I don't think I'm going to be making it. So get it all ready. What are you going to go in for first?
I don't know. I'm going to go for the turkey.
You are? I'm going for the dressing.
Isn't that why we're here? Oh my gosh. Yeah,
So,
it's like I
so good.
figured it was going to be so tender.
It is.
And that's
Oh, look how it just pulls apart. Look how easy it pulls apart. Oh, yes. What do you think about the gravy? I'm just going to pick it up. Here we go.
Yeah, I know, right?
So like I said, you can get all of this catered. All you have to do is call and order it, and you can call it all the way through Saturday. Don't call after Saturday. They actually have stuff in their case too, so they have their pimento cheese, their turkey crack, chicken salad, that's in the cases as well. I know they have some that are already in the cases, the turkey and hams in the cases, but you can get this catered right for the total meal.
I don't care where you live in this state, this is destination turkey.
Well, everybody from
This
the whole
is
state
delicious.
gets their ham and turkeys from here. I mean, we always have them for my whole life. Okay, you gotta get a roll. Okay, while we're washing this down, we're gonna have to get somebody to go over there and get us some of that turkey crack, because you have to try that.
Yeah, but if it's anything like this turkey, it's winner, winner, turkey dinner.
Amen. I had them bring you out the turkey salad sandwich, and I eat it like this. You can try it like that, dig into that. But
Turkey crack?
yeah, this is what I call,
Doctor,
I literally,
give me the news.
I literally get it and just take it in my office and eat it like this.
Oh, wow. Okay. That must be like a certain mayonnaise that they use for this, because it's got a,
It's perfection.
what? Yeah.
It's a secret recipe.
Yeah, it's sweet,
I've
it's
asked
zesty.
before. It's so good.
Is there a little pickle relish in there too?
That looks good. So you just know, it's not always about turkey and ham here. You can come eat here for lunch. They open from 10 to 6. And here's the thing, you can get burgers, you can get catfish. Are you gonna dig into that?
What
Tell
is
me,
that?
Like the pickle.
Pickle tomato relish? Yeah.
You got to try that. You got your tartar sauce on it. It is cooked to perfection.
Oh, wow. This might be the best catfish I've tried yet.
Wow. Drop
I
the
really-
mic. She made a statement. She made a statement. All right.
Said I'm going all in.
Order your caterings from here. Turkey, hams, dressings, sides, rolls, cranberry sauce, the gravy, all the fixings. You can order that up until Saturday. We'll come and eat lunch here. It's just a great overall family experience. Mama is making some recipes for over 30 years up in here, and you can get a cherry latte too. You want to cheers? Cheers. See you next week.
Thank you to AY Magazine and Heather for sponsoring this segment and inviting me to try all this yummy food. The potion for our emotions, Charlie Simpson, will join us after the break to discuss and provide advice on the effects of seasonal affective disorder. Stay with us. You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. I know the holidays are supposed to be filled with fun and sparkles, but they may not be as festive for some due to seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD. Charlie Simpson with the Arkansas Relationship Counseling Center is here to provide advice to those who may experience hardship around the holidays. Charlie, this is an interesting topic for me, and I say that because sometimes you don't know why you don't feel good. Maybe this is it. What is it?
You know, this is something that was new for me just a few years ago, and then once I began to look into it, I noticed that a lot of my clients would experience something like that. But it is a seasonal affective disorder which affects millions of people, and it's basically depressive-like symptoms that they will go through during certain periods of the seasons of the year. and you'll just experience things like overeating, not eating, oversleeping, not sleeping at all, and just a loss in things that you once enjoyed. But it only occurs during certain periods of the year. And it's interesting with just some of the causes, and one of them is just daylight savings time really impacting, the amount of sunlight that we receive. And sunlight does so much for our mood by providing that serotonin, which is a mood regulator. And because it's getting darker, we don't have as much sunlight, we don't have as much vitamin D. And because of that, we start to have, mood regulations that aren't really managed well. And next thing you know, you're just going through some depressive-like symptoms during those seasons.
Well, that's fascinating. So you've given us some indicators of what we might be feeling, and then some ways to maybe tie it into the seasons. Let's in fact say that now we're at home and we're thinking like, gosh, I just don't, usually feel well around this time of year, and we connect it to a season. What can we do?
Some of the things that you can do, a big one is just light therapy. Finding ways to open the curtains during the day, finding ways to get outside to get some exposure to light, and just really finding some things that does interest you during those seasons to just try to push yourself to get through it, that season the best way possible. One of the things that I notice a lot in therapy is how traumatic experiences really impact how a person feel about certain seasons. They'll lose a loved one during, the Christmas time. And then when it starts getting cold and the anniversary starts to come around, they'll begin to experience those negative thoughts and those negative feelings. And then next thing you know, they're finding themselves having a difficult time for several months, getting through that period of time. And so for some people, it's really just trying to find talk therapy, just being able to express those feelings, communicate it, and find a way to manage it and just work through them during those moments.
So when we're talking about seasonal disorders, it can be triggered by the weather, or it can be triggered by a yearly reminder of something that was traumatic that happened to you. Is there any other triggers like holidays?
I mean, it could be holidays, whatever you associate that negative feeling or those negative thoughts with. So it could be the holidays. It could just be, feeling alone during those periods. And it just seemed like when those years come along, you find yourself just kind of having that low feeling, and you just kind of have a difficult time during those particular seasons. But I mean, anything can kind of bring the negative feelings and negative thoughts to it. The overall objective is, how can I find a way to bring meaning behind what's happening to me, and how can I work through those things so that I can move forward.
Well, that is exactly what you do for a living, but maybe you can help just a little bit, because I don't fully understand what it means when you say bring meaning to those experiences and work through it.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. And the number one thing is they begin to feel something that's uncomfortable. When you begin to feel something that's uncomfortable, most of the time we don't have the experience to connect the words behind that feeling. And for a lot of people, we deal with the brain quite a bit, and just kind of what you store in the unconscious part of your brain. And you just know that you have certain feelings. And so when we connect those parts that's been hiding for so long to the feelings, and you begin to put meaning behind those feelings, then you can speak to those feelings, you can go straight to those feelings, and then you can comfort those feelings and come out of those types of places.
What a great way to heal yourself.
Oh,
I love
man.
that. And then, of course, to call you. So we talked earlier. What are we going to talk about next week?
Mate selection.
Mate selection.
For
It's
our
the new
single.
year. Might be time for, if you're single, to find yourself a mate.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Charlie, for being here. We'll see you again next week.
All right.
We'll be right back after this with an update on the Golden Globe nominees from Sam Rubin. You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. The Golden Globes are a time to celebrate and recognize the excellence in both American and international film and television. So we are now going to hand it off to Sam Rubin in Hollywood for this week's entertainment report on the Golden Globe nominees.
We start with what might be the most challenging period of time in the 80-year history of the Golden Globes last year. Because of a variety of concerns surrounding the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, the Globes did not have a ceremony that was seen on television. The group is hoping to turn things around this year to that end. The nominations for the 80th annual Golden Globes have been announced. Here are the nominees for Best Movie, Musical, or Comedy.
Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, Triangle of Sadness.
The Banshees of Inisherin leads the pack with 8 nominations, including acting nods for stars Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, and director Martin McDonagh. To the nominees for Best Supporting Actress in a Movie: Angela Bassett from Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Carrie Condon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Dolly DeLeon, Triangle of Sadness, Carey Mulligan, She Said. As is often the case, many of these movies have not been widely seen, but most film fans have likely seen the #1 movie in the country. Black Panther Wakanda Forever has topped the box office for 5 straight weeks in a row. Angela Bassett does give a tremendous performance in that film. To the leading ladies in a motion picture drama: Cate Blanchett, Tar; Olivia Colman, Empire of Light; Viola Davis, The Woman King; Ana de Armas, Blonde; and Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans. That Ana de Armas nomination is a surprise, considering the overall negative reviews for the Marilyn Monroe movie Blonde that she stars in. To the gents, here are your nominees for actor in a motion picture drama: Austin Butler for Elvis, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Hugh Jackman, The Son, Bill Nighy, Living, and Jeremy Pope, The Inspection. No surprise that we hear Brendan Fraser's name at the moment. He is the frontrunner, but the actor has already said he will not be attending the ceremony. It would be quite interesting if Fraser goes on to win the Golden Globe. We'll find out. To the films themselves, the Best Motion Picture Drama:
Avatar, The Way of Water, Elvis, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick.
Now, I really think Top Gun is the front runner, and in light of past Golden Globe transgressions, Tom Cruise has actually returned Golden Globes that he's won in the past. So many are wondering, will Cruise and other nominees actually acknowledge these nominations or not? The Golden Globes will air on NBC a Tuesday night, January 10th in Hollywood. That is your entertainment report here in Hollywood. I'm Sam Rubin.
Thanks so much, Sam. Like he said, the Golden Globes will air on January 10th, so tune in for great fashion, great movies, and a great time. Thank you so much for joining us today, and don't forget our toy drive with Hank's Fine Furniture, benefiting the Children's Advocacy Center of Arkansas. They are still accepting donations for a few more days. Boxes will be located at all 6 of Hank's Central Arkansas locations until December 18th, so donate while you can. Lastly, don't forget to follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes footage of Arkansas Style, and visit our website for clips of the show that you may have missed or just want to rewatch for a second time. We'll see you all again next time with lots of love. Mwah.
Thank you for watching Arkansas Style with Nicole Neiman, sponsored in part by Vantage Health Plan. Furniture provided by Hank's Fine Furniture.